last part of Once Upon a Game, where we're playing Sam Kabo Ashwell's House of Reeds. We've Robert and I have been telling a story about a tribe of Stone Age men and women who are making do in a cave and dealing with dark portents and omens and feasts and famines and crazy weather and other tribes and some lost amnesia stuff. So let's get to playing.
All right.
Complicate. Complicate means reveal something unexpected about a family member. Hmm. Um. The easiest thing would be to talk about Jarmog, the amnesiac, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. Um. I think. Damn, there's so many. I have a couple good ideas here. Unexpected about a family member. Um. I think I'm gonna go with Uru. It's spring of this new year. Everything's really good, like suspiciously good. So Uru is going to go consult um the signs and portents in the dark room. Um, he's getting more positive vibes again, but he just doesn't believe that he's hearing the whole story. Like it's too good to be true. So I think he's going to light some of the like whatever like scraps are remaining of those plants
Right.
and like the dark incense as well. And he learns that um someone and it's revealed that I think I think Uru himself is revealed to be cursed, and that he passed it to his daughter. Um, I think that's the complication, and now he has to figure out how he can can best serve his tribe,
Okay.
and whether or not he keeps this a secret, or does he trust his chief and
Yeah.
brother.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see what I get. 15. So it would actually be discovery.
Nice. No, 15 is you have to roll a 17.
I did 16 since we already got complicate.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Yeah. Um.
So then, yeah, that would be discovery.
Um. Okay. I think that um along the same lines, Aya through her own like rituals and looking into the portents and omens um of this year, she has this vision of a essentially an Eden,
Okay.
a really really good place that's Like it's
Like a
basically like
near
the great,
paradise utopia. Yeah.
yeah. Like think like Land Before Time, like
Ooh.
uh,
Okay.
like that area, like some great thing place that um and like this tribe, and not only just this tribe but the tribes around here should go there. Like that is the goal. That's Aya's like that's the omen of like you need to go here. Like this place is
Discovery of a promised land,
yeah
basically.
yeah yeah.
Okay. Cool. Change. Um. The outside world is changing. Show how family members experience this, and then reshuffle. Um. I think following last year's heat wave and stuff, I think the heat wave kind of continues, and scouts are reporting. I got of like the tribe and like hunters and like gatherers that like thaws, like they've never like before seen amount of thaws have been like opening up passages in the distance, like through mountain passes and stuff like that that were previously just locked in ice.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think while the tribe currently here stays together, I think the other tribes in the area begin to they begin to like start sending people like through these different passes and like seeing what else is out there. But I think there's like a ritual in the maw for like everyone before they leave. And I think it leaves like a trail of no, I think like every traveler or whatever is going to leave a stone like on the pass up the what do you what's the name of the thing that go the zigzagging stair
The
what's the name staircase
switchback.
switchback, thank you, I couldn't remember it. So like they're all gonna leave stones along the side of the switchback in like memorial of their travels.
Okay, kind of like the stacked the cairns, the stacked stones.
Yeah, yeah, they're kind of like cairns, and like so, like going up this way to the mall, it's like yeah, and so like everyone who goes gets to lay the one down,
Yeah,
just as a way of being like these are our people who have went out, and then when you come back or whatever, I don't know what happens. We'll figure that out, but you know, it's
yeah,
just a memoriam type thing, because who knows how long they'll be gone.
right.
So it's a way of commemorating. So it's to you, and for the last part of this year.
All right. So,
Departure.
um,
One or more family members leave or die.
um, I'm gonna say that Uru
Mm-hmm.
realize like he realizes that like he basically like he's been struggling with this idea that he's cursed, and he's pushed this curse onto Aya, and and he's not sure about like what to do. It doesn't seem to be affecting Aya now, but like it's too good. Like there are things that are too right about what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
and he's getting old, to be honest. Like you know,
Sure.
and I think he goes on his like final spiritual walkabout thing. Like he's not coming back. He's going to die.
Oh, okay. So he goes on
And
like this last vision quest.
right, and he hopes that this last vision quest is going to cure him and Aya of this curse. Is
Okay.
what he hopes. Like
Like a
and
sacrifice of himself in a way.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
not just like I'm gonna kill myself. It's like a yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Become one once more with the land or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Nice. So I'm gonna move Uru over here. How does Aya feel about her father leaving?
I think that she's kind of like having come into her own and like kind of become this tribe shaman. She knows that that's like what he's gonna do and like he's supposed to do this, but I think it's still kind of messes with her. Like she's not
Mm-hmm.
happy about it. It still hurts.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she finds comfort in Charbog the amnesiac.
Awesome. So that was departure, and that's a time for a new year, right?
Yep.
Everyone's getting older.
Right.
Man, he is
Even
21 now. Damn.
right. Even children get older. I'm getting older too.
All right. That's what's her name? Mac. Is that Stevie Nicks?
So
Fleetwood Mac, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Change. Really? Again? Change? All right. It's got changed last time, but let's start
Yeah.
the um I think some of the explorers start coming back saying that they come back like emaciated and there's nothing out there. It's just like nothing but rocks and just wasteland. Like it looks like the Badlands of North Dakota.
Right.
It's just there's nothing. So like there's a few of these rocks that are just um, they've taken them back, and so there's less rocks than before.
Right. How would you say it's affecting like this, like that news, like
Yeah, I think it's troubling. I think it's troubling Ert a lot, thinking that I think Ert knows about Aya's. Does well? Hold on. Yeah, I think Ert knows about Aya's quest about that, and just in general, Ert feels like he's not doing enough for his tribe, and like the world's kind of giving him these signs. His brother just left on a quest. Like something needs to happen. Like he just feels stressed, and he feels like he's failing his tribe, and with these people that are coming back empty-handed.
right, right. Yeah.
So, all right, your turn.
Disaster.
Yes, that shuffles the deck again.
Yeah. Um I think that so with all of this that's going on, like there's too many people in this area and it's like I'm imagining kind of a valley esque
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, sure.
Like there's too many tribes, like there's not food's getting not scarce, but it's kind of we're teetering on that edge. Like people are going out, they're saying there's nothing else out there, like tensions are rising, and I think that there's a like there's a fight between two of the smaller tribes that gets a bunch of other tribes involved, like and basically the only two that don't get involved are our tribe and the our allies.
Oh yeah, the ones that we built the thing with.
Right.
Yeah.
Like we're the only ones who don't get involved,
We're like
but
the
it
only
like
mature ones.
right, but it messes up everything in this valley. Like all of the like the conflict, like tribes might have gotten wiped out, like and they're like calling for us to like act, but like Urt can't bring himself to do so, and the other tribe won't act until Urt does something, and like
Oh
so
man.
and it kind of messes up. This probably takes place in like the fall,
Mm.
like before winter, and so it messes up with everyone's food because like they were cooperating, but now everyone's kind of like sectioning off for themselves.
Things are falling apart. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
totally. Age. A family member is growing up, maturing, or growing old. Um, I think I think the scene will be. All right, I think Aya needs to become the actual shaman and have like the actual like formalized ritual.
Yeah,
So I think is almost like a way of distracting himself from the problems. Urt focuses on making sure Aya is legitimized as the troops or the clan's shaman.
mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
And Aya is just like wondering why are you doing this? Like the whole world's going to hell. We need to get out of here. We need to find this promised land. It's out there, and you're just sitting here on formalities. Like
Right, yeah.
so. The Sunwell is once again kind of decorated, but it feels hollow. Like it doesn't
Right,
feel. It feels like this celebration is empty.
yeah. Okay, yeah. I like that. Change, we already got change. Support. I think that um so like I think it's obvious to Aya that Urt is kind of losing his his strength.
Yeah.
And so once again confiding with Malika, um, she kind of like Malika's becoming like a matron almost to this growing like tribe and family, and so basically Aya, I don't want to say convinces, but like pushes Malika to almost like make a move and say like you're gonna be the next leader of this tribe. You know, you're the only. Urt is going. Urt's getting old. He's obviously failing. His strength is going. Like you're gonna have to take charge of this tribe, and
Ooh.
you might have to do it before Urt dies.
Oh man.
Yeah, like we might not be able to wait until Urt dies to do this.
That's interesting. I like that. I like that approach on support. That's a cool take.
Yeah, yeah, because I feel like Malika is like kind of already taken a matronly role,
Yeah.
and so A is just kind of pushing Malika to
Form
really do it.
to formalize it and like actually take charge.
Yeah,
Shit. There it is. Since we failed our both our moves, this one happens automatically. but I have to describe what happens. Um, I think when Malik. Okay. Oh, I like this. I like this idea. So we're back in the Sunwell, and I think Malik. And this is like I guess in the fall, maybe like getting close to like the first snowfall, and Malika is like right about ready to confront um or and like actually challenge him to like step down and let Malika run the actual tribe. And like right before this happens, there's like the not the bells, but like I guess like the drums or whatever starts playing in the town, and like more people come back from like their traveling, and you see like a couple people just like adorned in just like outlandish silks and like just like spices and just like fruits and things like that, and they say that they've found the promised land. um and it's just it's a long arduous journey, but if we leave now we'll be there by this time next year. And with that, Ert realizes what's going on, and realizes that this is what we needed all along, and proceeds to lead the tribe to the promised land, following the guides who came back.
Awesome. I like it.
So, boom, that's how it ends.
Yeah.
Shit. Wow.
Yeah.
So that was House of Reeds. Um, damn. Uh, so I'm just kind of blown away how awesome this game was. This was a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. No,
This yeah.
I think it was really solid. Like obviously, I think part of it is because you and I know each other, and we can kind of
Uh,
burn off of. But I think it's also a strength of the game.
yeah. I'm
Like,
surprised how well this game works.
yeah,
I don't
because
want
I
to.
think
I'm not dissing Sam when I say that. I'm just, it's very, very smooth.
yeah, well, right, and I think that it like what am I trying to say? It finds a way to like it's one of the things I love about like randomness in games is that randomness generates story,
Yeah.
but it also makes like because of the way our brains work, randomness makes like ties stuff together. Like if we didn't have any of the randomness and we just tried to pick like I'm gonna do tradition now and I'm gonna do conflict and we tried to make it all solid and kept together, it would be less likely for that to happen. And I think you see that with games like Microscope or any of the other ones where you have to work together. Oftentimes you get random shit that happens and that doesn't fit because we're trying to do stuff. Whereas randomness, I think, makes you like what happened when you were the good guy and I was the bad guy.
Yeah.
And like you
That
would
just so
set
happened.
right, but it
Yeah.
just so happened. But really, it's because it gives us the like we could have gone anywhere, but the randomness pushes us in a direction and it keeps us on the path. It makes us feel like there's something random happening when really we could do anything with what we got. You know, if that makes
Oh
sense.
yeah, yeah. Like it feels like yeah, we're set on a path because of the give and take of like the positive, negative, like sort of cadence that we develop just through the randomness. That when there's more randomness, you're trying to make your line of best fit like hit those points. And
Right.
it's really funny how like you just end up creating this narrative from that stuff. And I'm really glad you brought up the randomness because I wanted to ask you this. I asked Kelsa this on Monday when we played this game together. Um, so my question for you is: do you think this game stands to benefit if you're able to draw two cards and then pick one?
I would personally, I would say no.
Okay, yeah, no, that's kind of what we were feeling about it as well. Um,
Um, because like I said, when you're given the choice, when you're able to pick what you want, you're actually worse at picking
Yeah.
than if you're forced into a situation. And like one of my biggest things is forced or creativity through limitation.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And I think that that's where like I love it. I think everyone shines when you have limitation on your creativity.
Yeah. Constraints are super important.
Yeah, constraints is the word I'm looking for. When you have constraints on your creativity, every like you just get better at being creative. And so I am almost always for more constraints.
Yeah. So let me ask you, what do you think? What do you think are the weakest parts of this game?
I think the let me think. Um, I would say um, the setup of the game, like setting it up.
Mm-hmm.
I think the characters are pretty good. Like
Yeah.
that setup, the setup for characters, because it's super simple. I think the rooms are a little bit difficult. At least, like I mean, I created the dark room and there was nothing in it. You know, like
Yeah.
if you don't know necessarily how the game is gonna go, it's hard to think of like rooms. I think
Yeah. How
like
to frame, how to make a room. Yeah. That's
yeah, like
interesting that you
now
want to
that I
play in.
played yeah,
Yeah.
now that I've played the game, I'm gonna make rooms much better.
Yeah. Well, that's the same thing with Microscope. It's like, I think this is something true about story games in general. Is that you just that's how you get better. You get better at playing them by playing
Right.
them.
But I
Um,
but I think that there would be a way to like they did with characters. Characters I didn't get that feeling at all.
yeah. Okay.
And I think it's because you have
Interesting.
such
Yeah.
specific things like just give a name, give an age and years, and a brief
Yeah.
description.
I identified. No, I completely agree with you because I identified that the initial setup of the game was also the weakest point in my experience. The first time I played this game, I was like dead exhausted when we came up with our setting and stuff. I was like, when's this game gonna begin? Otherwise, I'm gonna like fall asleep if I don't get some like a sugar, like injected into my bloodstream right now. It just felt so slow, and then yeah, if you can just get past the setup, there's got to be maybe something that provides a little bit more guidance.
Yeah,
But also, like the game runs great once you know what you're doing, but
yeah,
that
yeah.
might not be very. Yeah,
I think it could be more intuitive.
yeah. Leafington was here because Leafington's freaking awesome and has been watching like every single episode of this so far. And he mentions on Monday how yeah that room thing came up as well, when we're all kind of new of the game and we didn't really know how to make the environment. Um, yeah, I think framing rooms could be looked at.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Like I wonder if there would be like I mean I think because you talked about how it's it's draining.
yeah,
The setup is draining. I think that if and like not to add another step to that, but I think if you added a kind of a framing setup for the rooms, like what kinds of rooms do we want, like
yeah,
and then came up with the room ideas rather
yeah.
than just doing the back and forth, it would actually be less draining than
I
having to.
agree. Do you think this comes with the how rooms aren't very much constrained when it comes to creativity?
I think so. Like I honestly like because I think with like characters you have all you get is age, name, and a brief
Yeah,
description, and that constrains you into thinking of like I had a rabble rousing upstart. Like I was thinking of Arya Stark,
yeah,
like and so it's just like I could make that instantly because of the constraints. It's whereas with the room it's like just make whatever you want.
yeah. Exactly. It's too broad.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Um.
I can get how it's a difficult problem to solve, but
Yeah, absolutely. But goddamn, this. I love this game. This is super fun. We just played for 2.5 hours ish. We just played a dramatic Sims telling of a caveman tribe.
Right. No,
that
and it
ended
was
on like on an amazing note. That it's like this could have been, yeah, this could have been like a season of a new show on Netflix.
right. No, absolutely. And I think that like it had ups and downs. Like it had a
Yeah,
story of redemption with Aya. It had like um it had the weird like trauma of like some amnesiac coming in, and
yeah. God, it's
um
just once again Leafington's on point in chat. It's like maybe it's just a byproduct of playing so many RPGs that are focused on characters. I completely agree with you. That's what drew me to story games in the first place, is the fact that you get rid of that sort of like constraint of being like, oh, how can I affect things in just one person's character's mindset? You can see like the greater picture of like your characters and how they interact, and you get these awesome like ups and downs in a way that feels more balanced. Um, and he also says, he sees that in the quiet year constraints of when you want to draw something on the map, when you're just like, okay, yeah, you discover
yeah,
something new. Yeah, it's like
yeah,
impossible.
yeah, and like because I love the idea of like map making. Like I love Atlas. Atlas is my new favorite
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
But
I'm excited. We're gonna play Atlas soon, maybe even
uh,
next week. I don't know yet. Because I do want to try Microscope Explorers, but I don't know.
yeah, but it is that draw something on the map. I mean that it is your writers like, and if you look at this from a character versus like drawing perspective,
Yeah.
you're gonna find more writers than you're gonna find artists,
Mm.
if that makes sense. And so characters, like that's a writing thing. Like I can write up a character,
Yeah.
but like the instant you ask someone to draw something, if they're not like, I'm a map maker, so it kind of works for me. Like I can do it, but like even still, I get nervous when someone asks me to just draw something on
Yeah.
the
No,
map.
definitely.
So I think there is yeah, there's it's that element to it of just draw something on the map. Like I think the room thing would be 10 times easier if you didn't draw. Like if it was just like
Just a
type up,
space, the way you said. Yeah, and you just keep like a bulleted list of notes of like the points.
right? But I
Hmm.
also love the map making element to it as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Like
That's a good point. I might want to play this game trying that out and see if we like it more or less.
yeah, I think
I think that's
this
definitely worth trying.
yeah
Like index cards, and instead of drawing it, you just write like the note of each of them, of like
right
features of the room.
yeah,
Um,
like I like the idea of the drawing, like the map making, because it adds another element to it. But I
mhm.
also think, like, I mean, the rooms aren't connected. It's not really a map. Do we need a visual representation of these rooms?
Yeah.
Like,
No,
like
that's a
people.
really good point. Yeah, like the scenes happen in the rooms, but you don't have the people in the rooms anyways. Um,
Yeah, I mean, and like it's a good quality. I like any game that does map making because I am a map maker. I like that stuff.
Me
But
too.
it's a question of whether or not it's necessary.
I like the scars.
Like,
I like, yeah, it's not
yeah,
necessary, but like I really like the when you keep building things on top of each other.
right. Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you just see it progressing in a way that perhaps you don't really get from a list.
yeah.
It's just a different representation of data, right? You're just presenting the
Right.
data in a different way. So
Yeah.
Leafington asks about Atlas and if it's available online. It's not available yet. It's the creator of Atlas is a friend of ours. Who also goes to the story game meetup in Meat Space. But we do have a copy of the rules. But he's going to send me a copy of the newest ones this weekend, and he gave me the blessing to do it online. I'll ask him if I'm allowed to distribute it, if he's okay with that. I'll have to get back about it, but hopefully, um, we'll see. Also, I'd love to have him on the show sometime if it's possible. I'll have to ask him. So,
Yeah.
all right. Any last words, Robert slash Demosthenes?
Well, thank you
Oh,
for
yeah.
having me. I hope to do this more often.
Yeah. So Robert was having computer trouble earlier in earlier episodes. He was supposed to be on a little earlier, so I'm super happy to finally have him as a guest in the show,
Yeah.
and as a player.
Yeah. No,
Uh,
it was a great time. I'm glad I did
yeah.
it. Um, if
Thanks.
you if you need to find me on Twitter, I'm Demosthenes, same as
Yeah.
my everything.
Okay. So I think that's gonna wrap up episode 4 of Once Upon a Game, where we played House of Reeds by Sam Ashwell. I wish I remembered his Twitter. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna put his Twitter and stuff like that in the description for the VOD. So sorry. But you can. This has been me. I'm Eric Vulgaris. You can follow me here at Twitch or YouTube at Eric Vulgaris. Um, Twitter at Eric Vulgaris. Um, so look forward to seeing you either Mondays or Wednesdays or whenever you watch these VODs. So thanks a lot, guys, and have a great night.
Bye.